Love smarter, not harder. Today's question. My boyfriend of 3 months has been living with his dad since moving to our city back in the fall. He's going to move into his own place in a few weeks, and last night he made the comment about getting an extra key made for me. It caught me off guard, and I responded, "Oh, that's sweet, and that would be helpful for when we have plans since I get off before you." He's sarcastic and followed up with, "That, and also so I can come home to a hot dinner." We got off on another conversation tangent, and then we ended our phone call. My question is, does exchanging home keys fall into the same category as saying "I love you"? As in, you do it if you feel like it, even if it's not reciprocated? So, I'm not really sure your question, but I think the idea you're saying is that your boyfriend wants to give you a key, and he feels like that's a great idea, but you're not super sure that you feel like that's a great idea, but you feel like you're supposed to go along with it. So the piece about the "I love you" bit, if someone tells you you love them and you're not sure if you love them back, then you shouldn't reciprocate. You shouldn't say that back just because it's been said, because it's dishonest. So if you're making that parallel between that and the key business, if you don't want his key, then don't take his key. After 3 months, that's pretty early to my mind. So there's no reason for you to have his key. Unless, as you said earlier in the question, you really think it would make things easier because you guys get off work at different times. So yeah, so really overall, I also don't love that, and you said he's sarcastic, so maybe he was totally joking, but I just don't love that he threw that out there like, "Oh, I'm going to give you my key so that you can play wifey and have hot meals ready for me after work," although he's not yet gotten down on a knee and proposed to you. And I've talked about this a lot in different IGTVs and also on my podcast, and the research about living together before marriage, and it's not predictive of successful, happy marriages. And so when we play these roles, and especially after 3 months, we're very new in this relationship. When we play these roles, we give too much of ourselves too soon. And I talk about that in the idea of guarding who we are and protecting that. And it's important because it helps us maintain a sense of self and maintain those appropriate healthy boundaries in a relationship. And so 3 months in, if you don't want the key, don't take the key. And I would just be careful because he sounds like someone who wants to rush things a little bit to have all the perks of having that comfort of that committed relationship. And you said he's your boyfriend, so you're already exclusive, I'm guessing. But I just want to make sure that you are honored and cherished and not taken for granted. And it could have been a throwaway sarcastic comment, but I just don't love that comment. It could be an indication that he is prepared to give you a key so that he can have all kinds of benefits to having you around all the time. And maybe he's not going to feel that he has to work as hard to maintain the newness and the excitement of the relationship. Just a thought, not sure, don't have enough information, but I hope that helps.